introduce the teams today.
Thanks very much, Hugh, and hi, everybody. We are looking forward to a thrilling final, a rematch of last year's Tankard final. Teams Purcell and Manuel. Manuel took the title last year and represented Nova Scotia at the Brier, and this year, who will it be? Team Manuel undefeated so far through a triple knockout format through to the Page playoff, where they won the 1-2 game over Team Purcell. Team Purcell coming back, winning the semifinal this morning in an undefeated, or not an undefeated, my goodness, impeccable game where we keep talking about how they shot lights out. So Team Manuel, skipped by Matt Manuel. Third is Luke Saunders, second is Jeff Marr, and lead is Nick Zacharnik. They curl out of here, the Halifax Curling Club. And I've got their coach sitting beside me here, Kim Kelly. Team Purcell, they just threw. Skipped by Owen Purcell, and they're throwing the Yellowstones. Third is Ryan Abraham. Second is Scott Zachary, and lead is Adam McEachern. And you'll probably notice that Team Purcell's throwing with only 3 players. Scott Zachary out with an injury, but he's here. I saw him suited up and timing for the team, so really happy to see him here, and everyone's hoping he gets better. First end.
Yeah, right at it. Thanks, Selena. And as Selena mentioned, that Scott is out of the game, and so obviously that could impact the game. But just want to check in with Mike just to kind of give us an idea of what he thinks are going to be the keys to this game today between two really talented teams.
Well, happy to join you guys and happy to provide a little entertainment for everybody listening. I think these are going to be two teams that obviously want to win this game pretty bad. We've got Purcell. For anybody who was up with a coffee watching them this morning, they put on an absolute clinic over Paul Fleming and earned their way into this final. I think Adam McEachern and Ryan Abraham need to stay hot, and they need to set up their skipper for some big shots, because Owen Purcell is as qualified as anybody in this province to make those. And then for Team Manuel, they've been the class of the field all week. They're unbeaten, and they want to keep that streak alive for another 3 hours. So I think we're in for a real good one.
Yeah, if we can have anything like we had in our women's final for the Scotties, everybody will be very happy with that. And it seems like they're right at it already. We have a center line guard up, one behind, and no mistake with Adam McEachern. He freezes right to it. So we're right into it right away.
Team Manuel earned the hammer by virtue of their undefeated record and qualifying through the A bracket and winning the 1-2 game. They're throwing the Blue Stones. We have 10 ends of play for you. 38 minutes thinking time, 2 timeouts per team, and we'll have a little break at the 5th. And if it's as tight as the women's final, the Scotties final this afternoon, I'd say we're in for a treat. That was a wild game back and forth.
Yeah, the team, Christina Black, a great champion, was cruising, and Heather Smith's team slow to the gate in the first game, but then
tighter line.
just became unstoppable after that. So
close, yep, straight.
The
Whoa,
Scotties
whoa.
in Calgary.
Line's good. Close. Clean. Hard line. Hard.
Another great shot by McEachern.
Yeah, this is a nice little setup. Team Purcell, they've got a nice one in the top 12 foot. Those blues might go flying. So Matt Manuel saying, I'm not a fan. I'll peel the guard. Swept a curl. That was a little lucky how that ended up picking the Yellowstone in the center out and realigning those Blue Stones.
Yeah, it was a bit of a miss, but ended up being okay, the result.
I walked away to turn down the volume in my headset a little bit, and then look.
You missed we had a bit of a flash on the guard.
I see now.
Ran it back. So, Mike, you've been in this position before, playing in a Tankard final. The first end, what are the jitters like? What are they feeling?
You know, Hugh, it's exactly where they want to be. So I think that these teams get so many reps, and the reason you put in those reps is so that when you get in here, you can kind of shut your brain off a little bit and block it out, because you're just doing the same thing that you've done 10,000 times already this year. But for me, it was once you got your shoes on and your pants on and you got that practice out of the way, and then the game got going, it felt a lot more comfortable than probably the last 8 hours that Team Manuel has gone through. I remember the most difficult bowl of Italian wedding soup I ever tried to choke down was before a final. There was no chance. We were just stirring it around the bowl, watching it get colder. So, you know, I think now that they're here and they're on the ice, I'd be willing to bet they feel a whole lot better than they did 3 hours ago. It's a lot of time to kill between winning last night and the final today.
That's good, board.
A lot of thoughts go through your head, I would imagine. So.
Change of plans here for Team Manuel. They electing not to peel the guard on this one, although they're going to end up with the peeled guard. They were trying to bring the play into the rings because the rocks are set up fairly nicely for them.
You want to get a board? No. Okay.
But with the guard gone now,
Thick half, 2/3.
Owen's aware they're going to have to readjust.
What's that?
We can throw hack if you wanted to stick the shooter.
Not really. I feel like we want to do something like that.
Okay, let's throw board.
Ryan Abraham asked for throwing the board here, trying to
Heavy.
yellow back
Heavy.
on the blue.
Heavy board.
Whoa, clean.
Heavy board.
They'd like to stick the shooter here. Hang it on the side 12.
Good shot.
Curled up a little more than they wanted, but not a real natural double into the 4-foot for Team Manuel.
Yeah, I think Team Manuel wants to clean up that front. It's a bit of a mess, and
Nice to save the shooter here, but if you get a little high, that's fine. Sliver high.
You'd like to have a little bit of an easy first end. You know, it's for Matt, it's like, okay, I think the goal for Matt here would be to have an open shot with his last. How about that?
right.
So let Luke move some rocks around here and get it into a spot where the 4-foot's open, and Matt can take a deep breath.
That one moved. They wanted to hit it a sliver high, and look at the shooter. Rolls out.
Stick around, but clean up a little bit.
Seeing this?
Mike's point.
10-5.
Matt will be looking to having a high percentage shot, and
Yeah.
Owen will try to keep the pressure on him, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Looking like a force situation for Team Manuel. Getting late in the end here on the last of third stones.
10, 9-5. Heavy. Heavy. Pearl. Do it. It's fine, Ryan.
No mistakes from Ryan. There's a lot on his shoulders today, playing 3 rocks, setting it up for Owen. He played incredible this morning.
The whole team, just from top to bottom, just
Hard, Nick. Ain't too bad.
Trying to remove 2 stones. Had to hit that one thicker. Luke just a little wide there.
a few half shots on Team Manuel. It's an interesting first end. Just maybe a little more jitters on their squad, and like we
don't
said,
need to get way over
Purcell this morning. I think their first miss came in the third end, and it was only
top
one
four
center
depth.
line guard
I
was
think
probably
edge
2
button's
feet
still good, though.
2 feet short, and that was the Kelly Littlestep, the lead on Murphy's team, or sorry, on Fleming's team made a statement. That's their first miss, and that wasn't much of a miss. So,
It's not that quick, so.
No, Paul came. I talked to Paul after the game, and he just put his hands up and smiled. It's like, you know,
What do you do?
yeah.
Paul was throwing pretty good too. He just about made that little tap that nobody really thought was there. And man,
And they're a great team, Paul Fleming's team, and kudos to them.
It's
and
good. Little
shout out to
heavy.
them for really a great job.
Yeah, we're back 12. Through right
Paul and Peter will just have to console themselves in
Sorry,
April
no,
in
it's back
Sweden
8,
somehow
Owen.
and just recover from this third place finish
Back
in the
8.
Tankard.
now. Back 8. T-line.
there are worse places they could be.
Yeah.
Canadian senior champs. Well, there's some separation. I think you can, it's not quite a right angle. That's what we look for when we look for a triple, but it's almost. Think Matt can get these all going?
Get a couple for sure.
He's going to try and hit that right where the broom is, I think, center of the rock.
That's about as spread out as a triple can get.
Got a little gap.
A little wide, indicating.
Close now. Close.
Almost touched the second, but look at the roll. Almost got that half tucked behind the guard. And Owen's not so worried about that. He's happy to just sit 2, spread across the rings, and that's a force.
Kate, same weight, bud.
Goal here.
Foot less.
Don't leave a double.
Good. Just a foot less.
Is the option. He could hit the wide open one. You can see all of it. So he just threw this, so he'd be looking to spread it out and force Matt into a single.
Same weight. Sliver more. Sliver more. Need it to sit. You're full back 8 right now. Let's try and. Okay.
Adam McEachran's a great judge of weight. I don't like when he goes, at the start of his sweep because it means he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it for a good reason. Sit. Nice.
Wow, just
in time.
Had it the whole way.
is there a double?
Definitely a double. I appreciate how confident Adam is with the call.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. When he says back 8, it's back 8. That's hard to do when you're out there alone sweeping.
So he's going for the double to score 2, and could be a really great momentum swing here. Didn't look like the 2 was going to be possible. Risk reward early on, so he doesn't mind giving up a steal, a chance at 2 here.
I think if the shoe was on the other foot and Owen was throwing, he'd be playing the same shot. You got to try and get your deuces because they don't come very easily.
On it right away. And he'll take a single here. Good try, but he was on it right away, tight. So, a little different than the start last night. Just a single for Matt, and don't really want to say a force because he did have a chance to do, but getting over there, trying to get over the jitters to get that first end, and we'll see if they put lots of rocks to play again.
I think both teams would look at that one like a little bit of a win. Purcell had the pressure on them. Manuel found his way out of it after a long and probably difficult break. They're back, they're in it, they're up 1, ready to go. They might even feel like, hey, that might have been our sloppiest end that we've played in a while, and there was no damage.
So it is a curling day here in Canada. There's other championships going on. Just got a Saskatchewan final Scotties. Ackerman and Martin tied 3 after 4. So lots of interesting curling going on, but we'll focus right here. And not sure what they asked Nick to put up a card.
Think so.
Yeah, I think he just called tight.
Line's real
So.
good.
Up 1.
Needs to curl a little. No, line's good. Line's
We've been
good,
seeing
line's
most of the
good.
teams, they got to be up at least 2 before they'll play into the rings on their leads first. This one's really moving at the end.
Nice shot.
Those center guards are tricky. You want them close enough that they're not super easy to come around with weight. But far enough you can come around for a draw. I think that's a nice one.
So Owen's going to play
grabbing
aggressive as
too.
well.
Line's good.
And,
Think
put
you're
up a
good.
Center, put up a corner guard here.
Take a
Line's
look,
good,
though.
Ryan. Line's good. Get some distance on it.
I can't wait to take the snowplow and scrub into Thursday night curling at Mayflower. I can tell you that.
Yeah, when do we play next, Mike?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's funny after these events, you go and you're playing your club.
Oh, everybody's playing runbacks
Right,
and
no, I
doubles
know.
and yeah.
I play tomorrow.
We can do it too.
I play tomorrow night here on in Halifax Curling Club, 8:15 draw. We'll be trying everything.
I'm already ready to accuse Mike Fleming, Kyle Smicer of that slow directional scrape, even though they're trying their hardest to sweep like Kelly Middlestat.
Close. Straight.
I did ask
Straight.
Stuart, my brother who was in this competition, because I wasn't fully understanding the purpose of the heavy clean, and he said it's actually pretty effective at just like exerting very little energy and keeping the rock clean. So I don't know that they're fully using it that way to snowplow if it's just a lean.
So a nice come around by Nick Sakernak, the lead for Manuel, and Owen's asking Adam to freeze up.
Glenn McLeod and I had a chat about the snowplow and scrub,
Okay, line's okay,
and
line's okay, all you.
maybe when we have a little more time in the broadcast, we'll cover the finer points, or it might be over a beer after the game.
I think that's a good idea,
Yeah.
and I think more people should talk about it.
But
'cause
I love it. As somebody like, if you snowplowed like that in the early 2000s, you'd be kicked out of the game.
yeah, you got to have the full sweep back and forth, but sweeping's changed a little bit in the past 20 years.
And fortunately, the surface here is awesome, and there's no frost. And so by doing the snowplow, you're not really picking up any debris.
No. So nice shot by Adam.
Top 4.
That's asking
Yeah, a little heavy.
Jeff Maher to
No, okay. Line's okay. Line's
one in
okay.
there again.
Line's okay. Curl.
I'll keep saying it every time I get a chance. The front ends of these teams are off the charts good this week. Just putting rocks on the right angles with the right weight, throwing it to their sweepers, touching the center line. There's been extremely few misses from the first 4 rocks of both of these teams all week long.
I might give your shade less because it was tight line. I think that's the only reason it came down so much.
Their shots are just like the whole team is involved. And, sweeping is amazing. Just basically, Mike, you mentioned the other day about making it almost like
Switch right
with
way.
the magnets and when your coach used to take you and show you where the rocks are supposed to go. This is what we're doing.
Straight.
It's not what I was doing, but it was what the coach was doing with the magnet board for sure.
Trying to get this one by the guard. They do.
Good shot.
Top 12, they get the corner freeze.
Try and top that up. Yeah, just gotta move.
I don't even feel like I can jinx them from this seat. You know, they just keep dropping it in their ideal spots.
Room. Whoa.
Hey, top 4.
Back here.
Yep.
You can go. Yep. Straight.
Place there.
Hard.
Not only.
Go.
Not only.
Whoa. Whoa.
just by again.
Sweeping.
Okay. Good,
You
Jeff.
might see Owen try to clean some things up here. He wants to make sure he has a shot. And it's getting really, really messy.
Matt?
Really great for our viewers, but
Matt?
Manuel sitting 2, and those overlapping guards at the or rocks in the top 12 foot are at this point favoring Manuel because the 4 foot is not very available for a score. So Ryan's going to look to hit this on the broom side of the rock. I'm going to try and connect with that yellow blue in the top 12.
We're doing some mic repair here, so you guys can all hear Hugh as loud and as clear as Selena and I get the privilege to hear it.
Over curl there.
yeah, a bit of an overcurl. Still a messy end right now.
Shooter staying out front. That's
Guard
really
the blue here, Luke.
going to favor Team Manuel.
We want to bite the line here.
Yeah, they don't want to leave any action on that yellow stone to be run back. So you hear Matt asking Luke, his third, to just touch the center line.
Yeah, maybe the next Purcell shot, be looking to clean all this
tight.
up.
Okay,
There's a bit of trouble right
Do
now.
it. Past the yellow.
pass the yellow. We're probably chopping off here. Stay with it.
Okay, just past it. Just a small chop.
Whoa, whoa, right off. Just a little bump.
They'd like to leave this on the line, and they wanted to overlap the guards.
It's good. Works.
Still clean up here for Team Purcell.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to run that blue back. If you can really mess things around, I think he would be
Yeah,
happy.
414. It's good. Does a trick. They're always playing this.
Curl.
A little wide. Oh,
That's one way to do it.
Got the double and got some action in the rings. Pretty good.
Change the angles in their favor, too.
yeah,
Yeah.
change the angles a great deal. Not exactly what he called, but he'll take it. It's a little better than it was.
Manuel's not fussed. They have first and second shot. They're just going to guard.
Halfway tight.
Yeah, waist better. Still pretty tight.
Line's good.
Halfway tight.
Yeah, hold it.
Just to the dot. Low past the dot.
Whoa.
Past the dot.
Heavy clean, heavy clean, heavy clean.
Low past the dot. Pretty tight.
Yep,
Pretty tight.
yep. Hard, hard.
Solid.
And a little past the dot just means there's just some markers in the ice, and you'll see some of the ads. They use these for reference points, and gives them a good idea of how quick the speed is when they'll know they'll go by for example, the ocean contractor sign, for example. They'll know whether or not it seems heavy or light. So constantly using those as just markers.
It was when we were playing, I always loved graphics in the ice. It helps for the pace of the rock. As a sweeper going up and down the sheet, you can see the rock, kind of where it's curling and how fast it's traveling.
It's a great chance to shout out sponsors, too, like Ocean Contractors, title sponsor.
You caught that? You caught how I put that one?
Caught
in?
it.
See how we're working as a threesome here? Hugh sets it up and I pass it over.
Yeah, this
Selena
is,
takes it home.
This is the first time we thought we'd go with 3. Selena and Mike have been with me all week, and we thought it would be a great idea to have all 3. That sounds better. I'm back again. Yeah, it's Mike and Selena have been with me throughout the week, and we thought, well, it'd be great if we could have all 3 of us here, and we almost look like the TSN crew.
Close.
Well, close enough.
Bad as if we rolled
Just
the
not
gear
sure what
though.
all roles we have. I suspect they're giving
No
me the
double, no
the
triple.
Vic role. These are the more knowledgeable curlers.
I thought about wearing a suit today, but I'm holding out for more money.
That's what I was wondering.
This doesn't leave you
So thinking about what Manuel has, this would be a bonus
Think this will curl for me.
point or something that's promotable for Owen. So down to skip stones.
It'd be a real shame to overroll this.
Matt doesn't want to roll past the guard, just behind it.
Rocker on the outturn side. I don't like that.
You think if he makes this perfect, Owen will blast? It's a hard score
This
right
seems-
now.
It seems like a tough shot here because if he doesn't roll far enough, Owen's going to have a shot to slash it in. If he hits the nose, it's fine, but I don't think it helps a ton.
11.
10, 8. Whoa, yeah. Full stop. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Full stop. Straight. Straight. Hard. Straight. Straight. Sit.
Attaboy, Matt.
Oh,
Good
just
shot.
throw it perfect then. You'll be
Good
fine.
shot. Luke?
Yeah, small margin for error on that. And now anything goes back and you're probably losing the yellow. That's what Owen would like to keep.
He's gonna.
Yellow one? Like, do I have a draw here?
He needs a path to score. So with 2 rocks left, usually you don't play to get that one to sit your point now. He's got to make sure that he's got some kind of chance where he's not looking at 2 blues on the button.
But a little bit high, yeah. Yep.
And the intern path isn't great right now with the guard out front either. I think it's there, but
Yeah, if you run it by,
not super friendly.
It's okay. Like,
Is he looking to get by that blue and just hit their own yellow and run it onto the other blues?
That's what he said,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's.
And if you clip the other blue, that's okay.
Yeah.
You're probably still making contact. Yellow, blue, blue.
He needs a big shot here. You don't want to give Manuel much of a lead.
close. Yep. Yeah. Hard.
I'm shocked that didn't make contact with that yellow. That was just too thick on the blue at the top. Now it's a Yellowstone out front though, so Owen would have a run on that as well for 2 if everything. Maybe not for 2. Maybe for 1 if everything stands. They're looking at the wide angle run.
You got like a thick quarter or third of that yellow.
Yeah, so do you think we just guard that? Like this run is only for 1. That run is debatably for 2.
Do you think he's probably drawing, isn't he? Isn't he drawing the button?
Yeah, I mean, they got to draw the buttons there. So just guard the straight run. Yeah, I mean, he probably takes that on. Giving up a 1 here is not too bad for him. Let's take away the 51 if he happens to plant that for 2.
You got to be careful here. By blocking that corner guard, you might give Owen a shorter, easier run in.
High here. I'd like
So
to
they're
cover
playing
the
away
sliver
from
of
that, and
yellow.
I think they're comfortable leaving Owen that chance, but they don't want to leave him that for 2.
You can't make that straight run for 2? You can't make that straight run
I
for
don't
2?
think so.
They're high.
No, I'd like to cover the sliver of the yellow he has.
So they're guarding what they think is the easiest shot for 1. I don't even know that that's that way for 1, the way you'd have to hit that around the center guard.
I think it jams all day, does it not? Blue, blue. Maybe not.
Maybe the result of this is there's not really an easy shot right now.
Right. It's the case you'd rather be blue right now if you had the choice.
High halfway.
Line, easy,
Pretty,
Jeff.
pretty high.
Okay, Nick, there. Looks deep. Looks deep.
High, foot high.
They don't want to bring it too close, like Mike said. It's another rock to run back.
No, something tells me, I think Owen's been looking at that corner guard the whole time.
I do have a small piece of yellow. Does that matter? I probably have a small piece of yellow.
I just don't know that if they play around the center that that's in any way for a single.
If you're going to play a really hard shot, you might as well play the one that's there for 2.
Yeah.
Well, second in, big shot already. looking to hit the piece of that yellow, just to get rid of at least one of those blues. And if he hits it right, he could score. Might even score a deuce.
So into the side of the yellow.
Could hear just a little buzz upstairs, which you love to hear in a second end when they put that rock down. You'll have to go throw the shot.
Must be close.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh.
unlucky.
Touched it. Big steal of 2 in the second end for Team Manuel. They're going to lead 3-0.
Yeah, that's a big momentum swing right there. That they've looked so strong, Manuel, and now they have a 3-point lead, and they're in the driver's seat. And it's a position they like. It's a position they've had all week, and it's really tough to come back on them. So, but if anybody can do it, if they can just turn it around, play like they did this morning, they certainly have it in them. So we'll see. I suspect Purcell and them will put it all out there and try to come back this end.
in this building 10 years ago, in our Tankard final, we were very lucky to get up 6-0 through 2 against Mark Dacey, and proceeded to be the longest 2.5 hours of my life, and needed to come down to the very last shot where Mark just started going 2-1-2 against us for the rest of the game. And Murphy had to make...
I remember that.
Yeah. Do you remember how close it was to that center guard? Oh, my God. Yeah, Murphy had to make a double to win. And it was a yard sale of equipment after that. We were pretty happy. But so no lead is safe, and it is very uncomfortable for Team Manuel, where you want to be in the lead, but my God, it makes the seconds tick by slowly for the next 2 hours for them.
We talk about the 5 rock rule and how that's made it a little easier for the team with hammer to get their deuce, and in many cases 3. And like Mike said, it's a long game. Big difference with 10 ends versus 8 as well for that coming back, getting 2, forcing, getting 2 and forcing. A little bit more wiggle room there. Or get 3 and force is even better.
That's right.
So we'll see the corner guard up for Team Purcell. No choice. They need a guard here.
And it really is just 2-1-2, and you have a tie game again. So
Okay, you whoa then. Can't be in.
Line's okay.
And it's going to be little things like Nick's playing beautifully, but dropping that rock in the back forefoot, just that creaks the door open a tiny bit for Manuel, and he's just going to need a series of small openings here for the next couple ends.
want this one to grind to a halt.
Full top 8, fighting 4 here. I didn't hate your throw, Nick.
Does it same room or a little less?
That's an inch less. I don't think an inch less hurts you.
Okay.
I want to line these up.
Yeah.
You hear how important that is too for Matt Manuel. It's not good enough just to plod one on the center line. Want to have these blue rocks lined up so that if they're hit to make a double, the shooter will roll out. Don't want to give Owen an angle that's going to favor him rolling behind the guard and getting rid of your stones.
Line's pretty good.
And you definitely don't want to set up a pocket. This one looks great.
Nice shot. Nice follow-up rock.
Sure.
I think it makes sense.
Okay. I one. Can I get a sliver less ice?
Yeah, for sure.
Guard your tight corner guard.
Real good. Easy on the line, Ryan. Easy.
Line's good. Clean. Just clean.
It's got a curl, though.
Line's
No.
good. Line's good. Clean. Great shots, Adam.
A good second guard. Got the stack guards on
Just halfway to tight here, Jeff.
to get those manual rocks. You're going to have to contend with at some time.
Manuel would love to peel, but beauty of
do
the
it.
5 rock rule.
Not allowed.
Halfway.
Okay, hard then. Line's good.
They
Halfway
like this tight. Halfway would be good.
Just a little go.
Need this one to curl. It's out there a bit.
Okay. Okay.
It's long.
It is long. You can see over
Right
half
out.
the half of the.
Gotta wait.
What's the most weight you can throw while making it, do you think?
If you're defending as Manuel
Heavy
is
half,
here
yeah,
now
almost board.
and want to force, you don't want those long guards.
Let's throw heavy
No,
half.
it's
Shorter the better.
Okay.
That's an advantage, Purcell. If Purcell can make the double here and roll over, it's there's an opportunity to score his multiple end.
Maybe I'm not watching enough curling. Is everybody doing that stacked up corner guards now? Is splitting
Nope.
it what old guys like me do?
The split's still common. I think more often than not, they'll stack.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're all over it.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Spin that in.
That spins in. That makes a little bit of a difference.
Okay, Adam.
Lucky break. And it's spinning quite a bit.
Unintended tick shot. They can use that blue as a corner guard as well, the one that was ticked off the center line.
Halfway tight. Don't want to leave this high.
And this is a big difference from maybe strategy 10 plus years ago as well. The team that's up would have been starting to peel and hit in many cases now, but because there's more guards, you almost are more able to play the guard in this case.
Halfway tight.
It's harder to get into the rings.
Still a bit high.
It's good for the game. You got to stay on offense.
Yeah, the viewers, as viewers, we love it.
Pretty tight.
Makes for exciting ends to the ends and more steals.
Just halfway high.
If you're trying to score 2 or 3, then you have to deal with this situation. Well, you might be a little more cranky.
That's a perfect guard.
What's that?
I wouldn't
No, we're not going to roll in.
just
I
make
don't
it.
think it matters. We got to move these.
How do you like that? Just make the triple, as if it was just second nature. Don't you're not going to get the roll in. Just make the triple.
Whoa. No, right off. Very good.
Pretty darn close to perfect and a little more friendly for Team Purcell now.
Yeah, not the triple, but close enough. A lot of rocks out there to contend with, and that's what Owen's looking for, to score a few points.
I think Abesy's going to have to get real comfortable with that shot for the next 7 ends, or 8 ends, if Purcell's going to make a run at this.
It looks like a shot he's really comfortable with, so
Sure
I
does.
think if anybody can get used to it, it certainly is him.
Definitely.
Mike, that's one thing that's not on our questionnaire for teams is all the nicknames everybody has. Maybe there's a reason that's not on the sheet.
I mean, most of them are pretty PG.
Don't want to roll out.
And
So it kind of came down. Yep.
I was trying to do some of my best to explain them earlier. Like, you can't call Kevin Willett Kevin. I mean, he's chef. There's no two ways
Chefy.
about it.
Edge of 4, probably.
so looking to come around one of Manuel's rocks.
14-7. Yeah, it's not that quick.
So 14-7, that's a little slower than it was all week. We were closer to probably 15 most of the week, so
Yeah, a little heavy.
but
Yeah,
not
we-
not uncommon.
Back 4.
We had some
Back 8.
15 and a half hog dogs making the rings, which was very nice surface. This, I guess,
We're not
would
that
be an
heavy, Owen.
appropriate time to mention the beautiful ice that the teams have enjoyed all week, courtesy of Adam McKieran and Ice Crew.
It's okay.
Well, why? But he'll take that one. That something that Matt's going to have to contend with.
There's a hole.
There's a hole.
Drawing would be the ultimate offensive, defensive strategy, I think.
Let's get this thing buried.
Yeah, you're up by 3, and there's 5 rocks out front and you want to come in, it's a bit unorthodox, but I think that it fits his situation. Matt recognizes he's not getting rid of all that stuff out front, and Owen's going to have something, so you may as well beat him to the punch.
If you can get this buried too, I don't know that there's a little bit of overlap with the blue-yellow. Don't know that it can be accessed.
Hard. Back forward. One only. Back forward. Back forward.
Yep, straight.
So
Straight to get by the yellow. Hard.
back tee. Back tee.
Sweepers didn't totally want to go on that. Luke really wanted them to. They listened to their skipper though.
So it's definitely quick there now.
So they didn't want that to be quite behind
5, 6 is close.
the tee, as high as possible. Now you see the freeze here. Ryan Abraham.
If you could sit on top 4 would be ideal, I think, would it not?
Little light. It's close.
They
Top
got
8.
something building here for sure.
Line's good. Top 8. Okay, go then. Okay, got a curl now.
He's got lots of room.
Top 4. Key line. I kind of. No, I can't.
Adam thought it was light, and he held it straight a little
Sorry,
bit. Wasn't
Ryan, my
quite
bad.
that heavy, or quite that light. Got most of it under though.
Not bad. Maybe jumped on a little too soon and
14-7.
carved or held it out there a bit, and would like to have been a little bit higher and a little bit further there to the left. But,
Yeah, nobody be in the mood for any excuses at this point, but that is the tricky part when you're out there sweeping by yourself. You know, you don't have old man Scott Zachary saying, hey, easy, or I'll watch it, you go.
Right.
Just somebody to bounce off your opinion on where the rock's going to stop.
yeah.
A big job for Adam out there. And he has done actually incredibly well managing the vast majority of the rocks.
Yeah, it's that little advantage. That not even so much the power of the sweeping. Adam can jump back and forth from one side to the other, but it is that set of eyes and that person who you check in with. It's that constant communication, and so that is missing. So
Go solid. Back 12.
Line. Straight.
Back 12.
So I wanted to tip the hat to Adam. The confidence when he calls out the weight call.
Hard, Jeff. Head down.
Got to get by the second one.
Transfer, Luke. Transfer. Hard, Luke. Right out. Keep going.
Wow, I didn't know they could make that good. That was peach. I think they were just playing the straight freeze. Didn't need to tap it that far. Little heavy, little light. Got away with it. A good sweep.
Got a little star on the book.
start of the sweepers too, I would imagine.
Do that like splitting.
I mean, I'm
stance
just
so
going
that
to
by the
keep
one
giving
that's
props to
there,
the
so-
sweepers. They're my
No,
fellow sweepers. Making skips look good since
Okay,
the
it's
beginning
like
of time.
14-9 probably.
We didn't even know how good the sweepers were making the skips look years ago. We probably swept on the wrong side all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Owen's got the same draw. We're just edging the broom out a little bit on every
Back 8.
shot here.
Back 8's good. It's a little heavy. Back 8's good. Well, back 8.
Need this one to
Back
curl a
8,
little
back
bit.
4.
Mats was
Wide only.
on the line
Wide
by
only.
this point. Here we
Back
go,
4.
starting to take its
Back
move.
4. Line good. Yeah.
A little warm, or a little light, I think, is it not?
Keep the angle.
Oof, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'd say it might be blue. I don't know.
Someone in here is very confident it's blue. Players don't look sure. And it's important. If it's blue, it's a different call. Talking about picking it out. Or maybe it's not. Even if it's blue, you can...
Do most teams have
Guard
somebody
the
on
draw.
somebody on their team who they actually trust with their eyes? And on my team, it's definitely not me. So, do they tip? Did you guys have one? When
I'd
you
say
play?
it's the third's job.
Yeah.
So unless they're not good at it,
You'll see some
So,
teams call
so
somebody down.
I'm the third on my team. I skip and throw third, and I don't trust my eyes.
Well, there you go. Delegate then.
Yeah, but we do have. If none of us can tell, we'll switch. We'll just say we'll put the measure on it. We can't obviously in this case, but I do have one player, and I won't say who it is because I don't want to inflate her ego. But we call her D Money.
It's a good question, Hugh. I never really thought about that because you do put a lot of trust in the person who says this shot's or that. Like 100 times I can think, well, we're not putting a stick on that. Come on, let's make sure this is an important game. They will make 100% sure they know who shot though, and if they're throwing a guard,
They're thinking
safe
they
to
got it.
say Matt and Luke agree that it's blue.
So let's say it's yellow.
It's framed by the hole.
There's a tap
Luke, let's take away the hole.
for
I want
2.
the corner guard here. High corner guard. Yeah, I think you're close.
Or is there a play through the hole that they're guarding?
Try to get over there.
We didn't even look at that.
Over curls, I can chip off the yellow or something.
I think we'll always go there with that box.
I think they are guarding that yellow, yellow, blue,
Oh, over in
the hole.
yeah, over by those staggered corner guards.
Yeah. Just to
So
the
maybe
blue.
that shot was good enough that there's a
Easy, easy, easy.
chance for
We're
a
not down to
few.
blue yet.
Willing to give up 2.
Just to the blue.
Wait straight. Yep, split the blue a little. Split the blue a little.
We're not there, Matt.
There.
Well, that hole's not there anymore. So Owen has
It's good, Matt.
a little tap and roll.
I think you just take your 1 and let's move on.
Huh.
So just take a little bit more ice.
You don't think there's anything? There's not the bump.
They
on
need
the-
to
on
score.
yellow?
They absolutely
no, they do
need to score. Yeah.
Should you'd risk with the bump up?
It's the risk of the
you're
chipping
risking-
the blue.
Yeah. Still not
It's
not getting 1.
tempting though to throw that back line, and if you are a little wide, you'll just spin onto the button.
That's
but
right.
It's
long as-
also not particularly fun to have 2 shots in your head when you're in the hack.
Correct. We've seen that this week as well. If you're looking for, you can rub his own yellow and then roll in. I think that.
Weight's good, little heavy.
Regardless where this one stops, 100% mission accomplished by
Weight's
Team
great.
Manuel on this
Line-
end.
Line's good.
Giving Owen a tough shot for 1 was exactly what they wanted to do.
Line's really good. Right in the nail, buddy.
Full 4, and that'll do it. And that nudge might have been enough to say that maybe blue is actually second shot now.
Definitely blue. So, but Matt's going to be happy that he held him to 1. But Owen's got to take a little bit of positivity out of that. He drew where he needed to. So
Fantastic draw for the single. 3-1 is the score now. And Manuel gets the hammer back. Up 2.
Sometimes you need to get rid of the hammer too. Like sometimes it's just that you're tired of the end setting up the way that they are. Manuel's team is putting them on the center line nonstop. It's making Ryan throw those run backs. It flips the script a little bit, and Purcell can do that back to Team Manuel now by giving away the hammer.
and we've saw plenty of steals this week. There's so lots of game left to play. So that was a really important draw to make sure he got on the scoreboard. A 2-point game, 3-1.
Couple notes for viewers. The winner of the Ocean Contractors Tankard will represent Nova Scotia at the Montana's Briar. That's March 1st to 10th. It's in Regina, Saskatchewan. And if you are a resident of Nova Scotia, we still have a 50-50 on the go. It's running. Ticket sales end at 7:45 p.m. The draw is tonight at 8 p.m. Go to halifaxcurl.com check on socials. You can get links, but halifaxcurl.com is where it is. You don't have to be at the club. You just buy it online. So we're talking to you guys, watching from your couches.
I asked them to put a button on the website where you could assign a 50-50 ticket to your favorite commentators for the week. Not quite sure IT's on that yet or not.
Yeah.
Ouch. That's just them saying there are no favorites.
No favorites.
Buy your own 50-50 is what they're saying.
Buy your own. Yeah, there's QR codes around the club everywhere here. It's been nicely organized, and got some people out there in the New Scotland patch on ice. Direct stairway down from the bar to the ice.
Line's good, guys.
Hard, guys. This is moving. Hard, Luke. You got a chance. 15. Hard, Luke. Dig. Dig. Need depth.
Team Manuel up 2 points, 3-1.
Yeah.
They wanted that one in for sure.
Yeah, they wanted that one a little bit deeper, but you'll see Owen's going to come around now. Try to put it top 4 on the button. So 15 was what they called out as for time, which earlier in the week would have got you to the T line, but
Easy.
it's a little slower than it was, which is quite normal. There's less teams out there playing, and ice is a little bit different, but it's still a good speed. Most clubs would love to have that kind of speed.
Our line.
That one being a little heavy. They wanted to get around the blue. Didn't want to rub and roll open. It's still available to be hit, though.
Yeah, and you can hit that one and roll over and lie too. Needed that one back and a few more feet. Take this kind of shot away.
Nick Zacharnik with his second. Been playing with Matt Manuel for a very long time. Incidentally, also with another player out on the sheet, Ryan Abraham.
This one's out a little wider. I don't think he's going to save his shooter. So it's interesting. One of the things that I've noticed this weekend, it's almost like old home week for curling in Nova Scotia with the coaches. We have Colleen Jones is going to go back to the Scotties with her team. Coach Team Smith, and Kim Kelly's the coach of Team Manuel, and Mark Dacey's the coach of Team Purcell. One of them's going back to a major championship as well, sort of 3 of them Nova Scotia's finest. So great to see them participating in the sport at the coaching level, and certainly can use their experience. But great to see them all participating.
Like back 8, back 12, and just tap their blue back to like back 4. Love it.
That's just fodder for Vic Router when he sees Canadian champions back there with the water bottles and the orange slices and all that kind of stuff.
That's
and
right.
stopwatches. Yeah.
That's the best part of curling. Fifth end snacks.
Absolutely.
Orange slices, cheese.
The
Curl.
Scotty's side of the draw has always done that better. Although I do notice Team Purcell's got a nice little snackle box over there. Mark has done a good job of keeping them fed.
This one's out wide as well.
3 out of 4 on that team are in their early 20s, so I think that's a ritual from juniors that hangs around maybe. It's a great idea.
What do you think? Nose on that, or do you like to feel into it?
I thought it was nose.
So Manuel's sitting 1.
What do you like?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's pretty high guard if he gets under it. 10.5.
But the initial thought was potentially the peel. They're going to keep the play in the rings. You hear Matt saying the guard's high. We can probably get around it.
10. Stay close. Luke a little. Luke. Lead. Yep. Straight. Hard.
Don't want to roll this too far.
This one's curling a bit.
Bit of an overcarve there. They wanted that to stay open.
Yeah, that causes trouble back there.
Come on, Ryan. I need you here. Yeah. Maybe even a hair more. I think it's way too much ice.
Do you like a little less ice?
Everybody's paying attention to the line here, especially on this Purcell team. They're all very involved in discussions.
close.
It's not just Owen putting the broom down and saying, I'm right.
Line's good.
It was quite funny because Adam said, I think we need a little bit less, and then Owen said, do you think we need a little bit less? Owen couldn't hear. We certainly could hear him over the mic. But
Line's pretty good. Line's getting real good. Keep going. Okay.
That one just
Can we just nose that?
No, Jeff.
a little heavy, didn't curl up enough. Unfortunately, now wide open.
That was just real nice here.
several blue stones in here. Owen's got to be really careful.
He's great.
Oh, 10 still. 10.
Not really any risk so far for Team Manuel this end either. It's just been a couple slight misses from Team Purcell.
It's good, Jeff.
And the shooter will stick around. It's a lonely yellow. It's what you hear us say when you see the team with hammer with 3 rocks around the rings. I don't think Owen has too much of a choice.
He doesn't want to bring this back too much because then you have a double office of their own blue and get rid of both yellows. So it's important to be up at the top of the 8-foot, I think.
Little light.
Owen has no choice but to keep playing here too. Those blues aren't in a spot where you can start
Top eight,
banging them
top
out of the
4.
house.
Got a curl. Well, no, line's good. Line's good.
Top
Top,
eight.
top four's
Top
too
12.
deep.
Hard.
Wait,
Hard. You got a good one.
Important to
Good
outcount
luck.
those 2 blue ones at the back. They didn't necessarily have to be fully shot.
Chase that. If you kiss the corner guard off and guard that, it's not bad, right? You probably got to hit like a third to jam it. That's, I mean, Luke, if you jam that, that's not bad, 'cause you're probably sitting second over here, and that's more important.
Can you play the yellow run?
Yeah, it's either that or the run, yeah. Okay, let's play the run. I'm fine with that.
What do you like?
So quick rundown of 4
Could you
different
throw a weight
options to
on
get
it
to
and aim
the
blue
run
and
back.
Spill everything? If a third catches it, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like a third probably just misses it, but
You got 3 engineers on this manual team, so if anybody can see the angles, they certainly can.
that's actually a good call. I think getting rid of it. Sorry?
What's the jam like on the run?
It's just, I don't know. It's not awful, but it's not good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this, Luke, and if you get the guard, that's fine.
So going to try and make contact with the blue to the side 4 as well. Lose that yellow. Lose the shooter as well.
Yep.
On it right away.
Back it up
Just-
off that line.
He backed it up, and it's on the guard. A lot of discussion for it to come out tight, unfortunately, but
Yeah. Make it.
not a bad result. They'll probably still consider playing that shot if it's left available.
What's that? 2/3? Yeah, that's good.
Find with both these teams, you don't have to wonder about the options. They explain everything very well as they go through all of them.
Halfway tight.
Sometimes too many options. I'm not saying that that's why Luke
Halfway,
missed that
halfway.
shot, but when your mind has to process that many
Halfway.
different shots and then you got to sit down and throw it, if they had just said, put the broom down, let's play the run back and go, he's going to make it 8 or 9 times out of 10.
It's a little high.
A little high, but
Can he get at the yellow still?
I don't like getting rid of angles that you like. So coming in off that blue one, you could inadvertently set Owen up for something that he
don't
doesn't
know if
have right now.
I don't know if I
Yeah, I
touch
don't like
this one
this.
right now. I
No.
think this is in a really great spot
No, they like that.
because Owen can't touch that blue one for that very risk, and taking out that yellow one, that's really important to him. So
They didn't look at this on the last shot, and I had the same thought, like, well, it's not a great result for you, so I'm a little surprised here.
doesn't want to be wide here.
Whoa. Pretty hard. Yes.
10.5.
Whoa, Nick. Whoa, straight.
This one's moving.
Sure is.
Goodness. Don't know if that's better that the shooter rolled all the way over versus setting. Well, he would never want to set up a pocket in the back of the forefoot, so it might be better there than right around the middle. But you can see automatically Owen has a little bit of glimmer of hope here
His
for
have gone
a
pretty
steal
hard.
potentially. Not just a force, but a steal.
The 2 times he's thrown this spot is
You still have to make your shots.
You do
There's
indeed.
4 blues in the rings. You're going to be leaving 3 after this.
Does the roll get the double as well?
With
Pretty close.
lighter weight, it probably goes over the top, but
Yeah,
if he's playing it
probably.
with any weight, I don't think he's playing a ton though. This is a lot of room.
soft. Soft board. Whoa.
This looks like it's hanging though.
Whoa.
Luke seemed to snap though.
Well, close straight.
There it goes.
There it goes.
No roll, no roll, no roll. Okay. It's fine, Owen.
That's okay.
It seems like both sides of the sheet seem a little bit dished into the middle. Like you're not seeing the curl, and what I mean by that is you get more curl from outside the rings into the forefoot than you get within the forefoot path itself. And it seems like once those rocks start to break off the 8-foot line, they're crashing in there. Same thing happened on the outturn side for Jeff's hit.
Yeah, we weren't seeing this earlier
No.
in the week so much.
Right.
No, but the ice does change, and these players know it's going to change. They
That's
don't
right.
come out expecting it to be the exact same, especially for the first time all week. They're the only sheet on the ice, which does make subtle differences. Or sorry, the only game on the ice.
11. Nick, a little. Whoa. Nick, whoa. Nick, whoa.
So Team Manuel, after looking good this end,
It's close. No, it didn't quite get the roll, so
Give him that.
Owens
wanted that to be a little further behind. Owen's got a shot.
Owen's got a shot to put some pressure on Matt Manuel. If he can get on the inside, just slightly on the inside. Or does he want to risk that? He can't.
Go really hard for it. Halfway right there. Yeah, it's more important that we get rid of this rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you roll away, it's still a force, which is not bad.
He wants to
Getting it.
save his shooter
Real
around
good.
here, and
Yeah.
You never know if we get like if the line's really good.
I also.
Did he look at the straight freeze?
He might draw, or he might try and throw a hit.
no, he never looked at
No.
that at all.
Kind of wait, hack. Okay.
I'm sure I'll get a text about that comment from somebody either agreeing or not, but
No, no.
I don't mind parking one right on the button there
Well,
on top of that blue.
you're not wrong, even if you just look at it. I don't think he looked at it. So,
Heavy hack.
Yeah, there wouldn't really be any kind of a double
It would just be
if you're frozen.
you don't have to go all out for a steal in the fourth end, but it is an even
needs
end.
to
and it
curl a
would-
little bit to get the underneath. He's not going to get the roll underneath, but
Roll it away, roll it away.
I think it's on its own. There we go.
Good throw.
nice throw. Forces Matt to a draw.
It's a bit slow, eh? 14-7.
Matt has had his draw weight all week.
14-7.
Shouldn't say that. That obviously jinxed, doesn't it?
Just a little slower, but they've definitely talked about that. They all know. Kick a little harder.
Give it to his sweepers. He has two of the best here.
It's a pretty big broom, eh?
Both of these teams have been very good at giving their draws to their sweepers as well. We've seen other teams missing, just trying to put it there on their own. But throw a couple feet lighter and your sweepers will do the rest. Last shot, fourth end. Drawing against 2. This is Matt Manuel,
We'll have you right now. It's close.
Nick Zacharnik, Jeff Meyer.
Line's good.
Sweepers are thinking it's okay.
Hard, Jeff.
Good judge by the guys. A little closer than they wanted, but that still works.
That's one you talk about afterwards. They were going down the sheet saying they were heavy, 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 and then they were good, and then it pulled up just shot. So you're going to talk about the rock, the path, the time, but an important one.
I never saw heavy, to be honest. Like,
So he gets a single. It takes his 3-point lead back, but now Owen Purcell's got to be happy with that result. They held them to 1. That's the objective, and so he needs to get a multiple score here. While we're in between the end, just want to take the time to thank our sponsors, Ocean Contractors Limited and Kruger Products. First year for Ocean Contractors sponsoring the Tankard, and great to have them on board, and looking forward to many more years to come with them, hopefully. And I know that the players and certainly the Nova Scotia Curling Association, our clubs are really excited to have them on board, and really want to thank them for their continued contribution to the sport of curling, sport we all love so much. So thank you to Ocean Contractors. This time last year, I was heading to the airport in New York and was trying to watch the game online, and I remember I was sort of the little trains you take at the airport, and I was on that, and then all of a sudden the feed went down just before it was ending. So we've had really, I shouldn't jinx that either, but we've had really great streaming. I want to thank all those involved in helping stream this out to everyone, and it was really important. And I got to watch a couple of games at home, and really great quality. And unlike Mike, who got to sit home today and have some coffee with his feet up and relax on the big screen watching this, I had to be here, but I understand it was really quite good quality. So thanks to everybody who involved in that and bringing it to us.
Team Manuel with a 4-1 lead after 4.
Still curl. Still curl. Still curl.
They'll put their first stone in the top 8 foot. We've seen this setup before.
Not too deep. Finish if you can.
Once or twice?
Once or twice.
Once or twice. On the sponsor side too, a quick note, even though they don't contribute directly to the event, you see all these players are covered in different logos from organizations that support them, and from the players' perspective, it's not possible to do this, to play the amount that these guys play, to travel, to make the sacrifices without getting support team by team. So a little tip of the hat and a shout out to the sponsors that put some money behind these players. Hopefully they're watching and know that the players deeply appreciate that kind of support.
Yeah.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, I talked to some of the players, Mike, on their budgets, and it's quite a hefty piece. And these two teams are traveling a great deal, and in order to get to that next level, to play those big teams when you go to the Briar, or you just have to put in the hours and log those miles, and it costs money.
Definitely.
A little more. Yeah, it is. Okay, line's good. Should be a shade slower going this way, though. Line's good. Okay.
Yeah, we counted it up an earlier game. This is Purcell's 12th event of the year, and that doesn't count practices and club games and whatever else they're doing. So rough math would probably put that in the ballpark of a $40,000 to $50,000 season, and that doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah, the number I heard was on that higher end there.
Yeah,
but,
no doubt.
so
Scott likes to fly first class, so.
Throw it super tight. Hit and roll. try and stick.
Mike, you got your opposite side
Pretty
corner
high.
guards this end.
I like to mix it up.
Gotta go, wait.
Hard, Luke. Keep it out there.
Gotta go.
Team Manuel, they want to keep the play to the
halfway.
center.
Just too low, go.
Okay, Jeff.
Okay.
Good here.
Yeah.
This could be an interesting end.
I was just about to say the same thing. A little spread out, a little off
I'm
the center
seeing
line.
like ed-
Some
mid-eight
different
is
shots
almost
are going to get
max.
played here.
Right, it's pretty straight here, isn't it?
Close line.
Line's good.
Clean.
Close line.
Clean.
Line's
Clean.
good.
Easy line. Easy line.
Good.
No,
Going
it's
to be a
gotta
few
curl.
rocks in
Clean,
play
close.
if Purcell has anything to
Lock
do
it
with
on,
it
yep.
here.
Good.
Line. Line. Line.
Yeah. No,
Hard
line's
line.
good. Line's good. Yeah. Whoa.
Want to get this by that top one, frozen to the stone on the button. A little bump, but
shot.
that's pretty nice.
Really nice.
I understand we're having a little bit of a problem still with my microphone. I'm being told I'm being a little bit muffled, and maybe that's just a way to keep me quiet. We'll try to fix that up at the fifth then break, folks.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe
Hi, Jeff.
those were pretty lined up. I cannot believe that didn't touch the yellow and touch the blue.
That's probably best. Yeah.
And that makes
Well, you
that
need
angle a
third
little
shot.
nicer for
Yeah.
Purcell too.
I mean, need to be like
You
there.
don't even need to be buried. He's not making a play on it, I don't think.
It's not great.
We don't have to be fully buried.
That spot, was that in the first end? Jeff threw one.
Overcut.
Whiffed
didn't
it a little too?
Yeah. But didn't it overcurl with the intern? That's what I was
There was
fixing
one
my
of those
headset.
too, yeah. There's been a couple little
I
surprises.
don't like that. I think
They don't
I'd rather
miss those
freeze on
peels
yellow
very
again,
often.
But
That one was thin, but
Like this, doesn't it?
it does work.
There was other ones though that came. I think it does curl there, so I'm surprised that he almost flashed it.
I kind of like this first call.
I like your first call.
Okay. We're probably not going to be.
I love
following
this
that
call.
problem.
Even if we're not fourth or third, it's okay.
Behind the corner.
yeah, I think you got to try.
Yeah, right in the T line.
Yeah, the middle looks good for Purcell right now.
Yeah, it's still like 14-5.
I just like the fact you're going to use your corner guards. So many times you put them up and nobody ever
light.
uses them,
Yeah.
and kind of
That's-
throwing away a couple
No,
rocks.
it's good. T-line.
That's the goal of the team
T-line.
without hammer, is to keep you away from those corners.
You're always sweeping for
They
throw.
don't want you to bank up all those bonus
Getting
points.
pretty good. And switch back.
They say
Especially-
bonus because they don't always come in play.
Especially not with a 3-point lead in the most important game you've played all year.
Great shot.
Very good.
I think it is probably number 3.
This nice hack here, Luke. He's completely buried. Yeah, line is okay. Yeah, you don't need to kill it. Even back 12, okay. He's going to try to roll under, so I'd like to kill it.
That is a buried rock. I'm behind Luke. I can't see it. Nice finish, though. They know it'll move. But when you say you want to kill it, that means a little extra weight.
Solid.
Wait, yep. Straight. Good hack. Straight. Yes.
Good rotation, though.
Whoa. Straight. Straight.
Oh. Hard not to have that reaction when
Boy,
you see that
yeah.
happen. That
I mean, if you ever rolled
Paper
half
thin.
buried, wouldn't it be really good?
Got to do this.
Yeah.
10-5.
His nose okay?
He got that easy. That was
nose is
almost board weight.
Probably fine, yeah.
And by easy, I mean you couldn't have put a piece of paper between his rock and the corner guard.
Easy.
So Ryan's looking to hit and roll a little bit. Her nose is fine. Just want to hit that and make sure you keep your shooter around.
Just gonna hold this one out too.
I don't think you want to go behind.
Hard for nose. Alright.
Yeah. Nose isn't awful, Luke. Yeah, nose isn't awful. You don't have to flirt with it here. Just try to get a little low. Forward.
How's that last weight, Pat?
No, that was solid.
That last weight's 11.9.
I don't know. I think getting a little low on that one would be flirting with that yellow one, but
Yeah, I
maybe
don't
Matt and
want-
I have a little different risk tolerance.
We measure in inches. He measures in millimeters, I think.
Yeah, he's playing a little different game.
11.5.
Yeah.
Clean. Hit. Hit.
Looks like nose. Can they get it to the inside? No, dead nose.
Yeah, he has Jeff and Nick on the front end sweeping,
Yeah, that's
so
real good.
it makes a little bit of
Very good.
difference.
You're just tapping it
He
like
can
a
play a
play.
little tighter than most teams.
Mark Dacey and I had a conversation
keep the angle
during
on
this
your
morning's
neck.
game, and he was talking
you're
about
hitting it
how
pretty
much
thick.
more, how much sweeping and
Well,
directional
yeah,
sweeping has
three-quarters
changed the
is
game,
just
where
like
some of those
two-line
shots you
right.
can lob them out there a little bit more and then carve them back. And I was listening, it's like still doesn't sound easy.
Yeah. So he's going to go after he shot rock and maybe sit in front of this blue one and set up
Back 8. Back
a
8.
bigger end. Needs his deuce here.
Just don't want to leave a double. That's the
Back
risk.
4. It's coming down.
Low line. Low line.
Back 4.
Whoa. Whoa. Always curl at it. Always curl. Only if you need to. Only if you need to.
Probably not heavy enough to leave that double on the yellows.
I think
Can
that's
you?
a pretty good shot.
Good.
Really good.
He is shot stone.
That's what I'm looking at. Whale it right into the center of those.
True.
Maybe we can ask the CCA Hugh to not let the leads throw it on the center line anymore. It makes for an entertaining end. New rule: instead of not being able to take it off the center, if it touches the center, you have to slide it over a little bit.
Must be more than 1 inch off the center line.
I don't know if I don't have any more say on the CCA anymore, so I make a couple of calls to some people. I know,
Oh, you can
but,
put you can put your red blazer
yeah,
back
I can
on
put
in
my
there.
red blazer back on. Yeah, pretend.
Looks like the guard call.
Yeah. Well, Matt will be happy giving up a single, but Owen will not be content with just a single this end.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, just tight. Line's good, Jeff, a little.
Yeah, just tight. We can go for weight.
Just hold it, Jeff.
Okay, pretty tight. Just pass the dot. Not that tight, really.
I'm curious. This Tankard's being played a lot earlier than a lot of the other Tankard competitions across the country. How many the competitive teams around the rest of Canada are taking their Sunday afternoon, flipping
can you make
between
that blue double? Yeah,
NFL
that's what I was
football
wondering.
and the Nova Scotia Tankard to see who they might be facing. And
There's a slam final on
There's a
too.
slam final too. Yeah.
The women's.
My first
I
thought.
only
fighting-
made it
we're
halfway through
fighting
the
for
men's.
views.
No spoilers.
oh, okay.
Oh, I was just going to tell you
can't
who
spoil.
won.
Please, no spoilers. I get it. I can't go on socials without being spoiled for something on
Yeah,
curling,
it's
so
like
I'm sure it'll happen.
Do you want a hint?
No.
like eighth of a rock.
It's a close game.
Thin as you can get it is real good.
Your hints aren't that good anyway.
No.
I'm just kidding. We had a special guest,
We had a
Kaylin.
special guest
with
yesterday.
Isaac
and
yesterday.
Nobody got it. And they were good clues. I thought they were good clues. It's going to play this really exceptionally thin.
Fun shot here.
Paper thin. That's what he wants to hit.
Must be close.
Real
Oh,
close.
did he go it out?
Oh, no.
Adam was too good.
He's got a sliver of that yellow.
Timeout called for Team Manuel. That
Like we
was
could just rip the corner.
close. So a lot of ways the yellow can be run back into those blues, and they auto go now, although I think blue might be sitting 2.
I think blue is sitting too.
That result hurts too much to talk about for
That was
fans of Team Purcell. That was
so
really,
close.
really tough.
This.
Is that where Jeff's peel ran straight? Jeff Marr? Same spot, out turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't call that running straight. He almost got it perfectly, but
He also give us 3 doing that. He also give us 3 playing this.
so trying to take away Owen's shot or shots for
I don't think we really want
the
to do
deuce,
There's
which
a lot
would be running that top yellow in.
There are a lot of options up there. Even the double blue run back from the curling store rock to the top 8 rock
Right.
is an option for them.
A little less than that, Luke. I want to see middle here.
So they're going to remove this yellow stone. Because if this one is made, it's potentially for 3. I think that's the main reason. Do you guys agree?
I think that's the only shot he has at 3 is that. He's still going to have to make a pistol to score. This is a big end, 5th end.
It's a lot of ice for the overcurl peel. Playing it
Not
soft.
enough.
They don't want to run this back into the rings.
No. He's
Oh.
fine. It's a little closer than they wanted.
I is the center line one not much easier?
Well, not really. I need to hit it into like a third of it.
Yeah, well,
It's gonna have the wrong turn, right?
So no question what the result they're aiming for is. Just how do we have our best shot at getting it?
thinking like normal weight.
The overcurl on that center line rock back onto the yellow that's just biting top 4, but I don't know if you can get 2 that way because you're going to have to outcount the blue that you're running back or the blue that's top 8. And then double
You
run
think this
backs are
is
just
easier,
hard.
Like, whatever you. Well, no, it's probably only.
Owen said he's not even liking the
blue and
turn,
yellow
and
and
I have to go through my head and think,
Only one. Are they
okay,
sitting 2 right now
you
for
throw
sure?
the out turn,
So,
then the
yeah,
other one
it's-
turns the in turn, and you're not encouraging those blues to leave the forefoot with all the momentum off.
Yeah.
But it takes me like 10 seconds to go through that.
I mean,
Owen does in
whatever you
0.5.
want. Normal or firm. I'm just saying we don't need to whip it. Yeah.
We are hitting it low.
Yeah. It's like
Let's go.
Just a bit low is where he needs to hit it. And he needs one of those shots he was making this morning right now.
So a little bit, almost just where the broom is, a little bit on the center line side.
8-5, right?
And he's not whipping it, 8-5. I mean, for most of us, that's a very nice hit weight that we rarely would throw. Big shot here, fifth end.
Little soft. Soft.
Real close.
Really close. Oh,
Oh, missed the line call. Okay.
Over curled.
yeah, just missed. And
Steal a one.
steal a one, and Matt Manuel will take a commanding 5-1 lead after 5 ends of play. Still lots of game to play, but it's a really great start by Matt Manuel, and they're certainly in the driver's seat, and Team Purcell's going to have to turn it around for the second half. We'll take a break, and we'll join you for the 6th end of play.
We're back, second half. Oh, let's make room for Hugh.
Everybody's chatting. Mike Bardsley, Hugh Avery, Selena Thompson, welcome back to the 2024 Ocean Contractors Tankard, the Provincial Men's Curling Championships. Manuel with a 5-1 lead over Team Purcell. Can Purcell pick it up in the second half? What do you think?
I was just talking to Scott and to Mark Dacey, who are both on the Team Purcell side, and they're getting ready for an extra end. 2-1, 2-1, 2 and a steal. It's totally possible.
Yeah, definitely. It's got to take one in at a time. You're not getting you're not getting the lead after this end. You got to think in those terms, one in at a time, and it's certainly achievable. And
Line's good.
they certainly have it within them. They have all the shots. Just to, if you were going to recap the first 5 ends, they're just off by about a half an inch here or there, and it could be very different results.
Yeah, I think that's really been the difference in the game. Just some very unfortunate misses for Team Purcell. Not for lack of trying, that's for sure. But Owen has had a couple of heartbreakers.
I'd say it seems to me that, especially on the back end of the Purcell team, they've had to play the tougher shots the whole first half. Matt's been playing some guards and some open draws, and as has Luke. And Owen is looking at angle, double, runbacks, and paper-thin wicks and things along those lines. So they got to flip that script as much as anything. If they can get Manuel's team playing the harder shots and Owen starting to lob a bunch of yellow rocks into play, that can be a bit of the recipe.
Give him a free draw instead of angle run, or in that case, they're almost like a run double situation that was just thrown there in the fourth end or the fifth end. If you were watching in the first half.
Yep, you can.
No question, though. Manuel is in the driver's seat here, and the Purcell team is going to need a miss or two, and they're going to have to hang on when they watch Manuel, who's likely going to have a shot or two to put this thing away, and they're going to have to hope that it goes their way for the second half.
That one there from Adam, a miss. We say unforced and forced errors. The forced ones are the ones where you have the tough shots. But unforced, heavy and wick the guard.
Hard, Luke. Hard roll low. Roll high. Hard for nose.
Whoa.
Okay, Jeff. Good. Matt.
You can get through here.
So you like a foot less or same weight or?
Team Manuel doesn't want that blue stone there. They wanted to roll away. That complicates things a little bit for them. It's just something in the way of a hit in the future.
Yeah, if Adam can plunk one in there, no harm, no foul, and on the first one, and
straight.
it may pay dividends having that blue in the way.
Whoa, you're good. Whoa, curl now.
Not curl.
Yes, curl.
Line's good. Take a little bit of curl. Yep. Good shot.
Good shot.
Very good.
And Matt runs up to take that corner guard off, because that's what's going to give him the headaches on this end.
It's not going to give Jeff the excitement of maybe making the angle double straight peel here.
Good, Jeff.
And delay here. Team Purcell just put the corner guard back up.
Pretty
Them to make the peel. They'll have to bring play into the rings eventually.
decently hard, but I kind of like a little bit more. But
This is Jeff's first final.
Yeah, it is. You
Recall
want more?
last year he wasn't able to make the final, and so this is all kind of a new experience for him, not on the sidelines, and I'm sure he's in a much happier spot here playing.
halfway.
Line.
I'm sure he appreciates this opportunity, and his grandparents are sitting behind us, as they have all week. And they are nerve-wracked.
You were pretty high.
Gotta go then. Real hard.
It's tough to watch. As a player, you want to be out there throwing peels. As a fan, you're just watching the clock and hoping these ends tick down.
You have that one.
Just took a look back because obviously Team Purcell in the same situation. Scott wishes he was out there too.
Yeah. Yeah, you're looking at a few things here, but the shot is play the scoreboard, peel this off.
It's such a long guard. It doesn't feel like your top priority if you're Matt, but he's sitting two and in a pretty good spot.
Nice throw by Luke. It was a solid shot and no mistake.
Yeah. I think I feel like we're hitting and rolling on your next one.
I like that. It's up to you.
Well,
I don't mind the guard too.
He's going to give a crack at the double. I'd rather wait another rock.
Yeah, he'll have a crack at the slash double, I guess. So.
Like, I mean, if you're here, then the double just goes into this.
It's up to you. I don't hit the guard either.
I think we're just guarding.
I like it.
I like Owen's thinking. Guard's really nice here. You play into the rings now, and Matt's going to be going for the hit. You know they're hitting everything, and might even be happy to lose that back blue. Goal for Team Manuel, maximum 2 points for Purcell.
Couple feet more weight.
Okay. A little bit for curl. Whoa.
Lots of patience from both these teams. I'll give them full credit for that. Nobody's out there panicking. Nobody's trying to rush to get rid of the yellow or eliminate rocks. Sticking to their game plans.
Whoa. Clean. Jeff. Clean.
Good, Luke.
So, gonna look at something else here now. I think he's going to try to come around that blue stone.
I know, yeah.
He'd like to be top 8, I think. Top 8, top 4-ish. So that if he played the slash, he would drive it in. I think Owen explained it. He'd drive it into the back blue one.
That would be Owen's wish.
Yeah, he wants to be able to keep that blue double in play and not create a jam situation there.
Close, T.
Okay. Great.
T-line.
Line's good.
And you're seeing why that blue stone just tied to the rings. That's the one Manuel wanted to roll away, and it's there. They're using it as a guard. Look at that.
Nice shot.
Great shot.
I'll tell you, somebody who deserves a day off tomorrow is Adam McEachran. Because he has worked
I'd rather hit like a third. I might get both yellows.
a whole lot.
Matt's going to switch things up. He's not going to risk double jamming those yellows. Pretty good chance he can run this into the top one and maybe into the second one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of speed, and that top one will go spinning once it hits the top yellow.
Whoa. Yes! Hard! Whoa! Hard!
Let's go!
Really good.
Wow. Wow.
Great shot.
Attaboy.
Looked like he was wobbling on his slide. I was worried a little bit that he pitched it, but no mistake from Manuel.
We could.
Matt's got that shooter vibe where he doesn't always have to be coming straight at it. He can fix it, make it, and then I love seeing the energy from the front end.
Can we get out of the blank? Is there a triple?
Curling is equivalent to the Tiger Woods fist pump from Nick Zacharnak there. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we normally equate that with a miss, but for a sweeper, that's your tool.
That's
That's
it.
your excitement.
Yeah, you just got to love that in sport. It's the excitement, and hopefully the viewers get to see that. Just the feel. There's a different vibe here, and those kind of moments just resonate right through the screen. I remember in the 20
you can't score two.
the Olympic trials to go to Sochi, and
Yeah, you probably get shot though.
and it was Brad Jacobs did that fist pump come on sort of thing, and it just resonated right through the screen, and everybody felt that whole feeling.
I think we tried this.
Those are great moments, and so it's some people think, you know, curling, they don't like to see it because it's that gentleman's sport. I think it's fantastic. We don't have enough of it, and
That's the way to go.
yeah, definitely.
I get goosebumps seeing it, talking about it, thinking about it.
100%.
Yeah.
It's every other sport we all watch, and if you're all sports fanatics, I think the three of us probably all are, and most people, those are the things that just
Yeah, definitely.
get you pumped up. That's what sport's about. It's no disrespect to other teams, and
So the conversation there, what do we do? Try and blank? We still do this? Then they can. I think the goal here, lose a couple blues.
yeah,
I
they're.
think that was the end call there. A couple
They said-
doubles there.
I thought they said they thought they could get all of them.
It's there.
Yeah, just
High side, about a half rock.
Curl.
Touches it. Pretty good. The shot was there, you hear.
yeah.
That's the story for Owen today. He was on fire this morning, and just having tough shots, of course, and almost making them perfectly. And now Manuel draw.
The difference is right now Owen is throwing the shots that he made Paul Fleming throw all morning.
You got her.
Yeah, let's go high in the house.
And the result is pretty similar on the scoreboard so far.
Perfect spot. Are we working with the draw?
Yeah,
or are we just
you know,
putting
you
it
look
up
at
top?
Manuel. Maybe that first day and the first few rocks, they were a little jittery, but now they're just on cruise control and are that steady pace they've played through this whole tournament. Are just in complete control. Everybody making the shots, all team effort, everybody playing their role, and it's kind of fun to watch. Just if your team dynamics, you're looking for some things to model. Watch these guys play.
Now, if we had heart rate monitors on them, I can guarantee it doesn't feel like cruise control for them,
No,
but that's the way it comes across for sure.
yeah.
How do you get in?
Need this one to be in. Sweepers know it's light.
Oh, we're in.
They were on it the whole way.
Great sweep.
Couldn't really get those blues too much further apart and in line with each other. Top 12.
Yeah, if it wasn't all the way in, Owen would have had a double to blank. But now if he makes the double, his shooter's going to stick around, so straight draw.
Yeah, 14-5, 14-6. Yep, sounds good.
Pretty consistent speed from the rest of the game, but slower than the rest of the
Shade
week.
more ice either, Owen. I think this spot's hooking pretty hard.
Okay. Shade more. That'll be nicer out here anyway.
Yep. Weight's real good. Weight's real good. Good sweep for T, Adam.
Adam likes it. This is the draw for the single for Owen Purcell. Sixth end.
No mistake here.
Adam was right, though. That
Yeah.
one hooked a bit.
Yeah.
Glad they
good,
took the extra ice.
Good call by Adam. Take a little extra ice because it didn't get by much at the end. I think if he had put some sweep to it, he would have been fine. But good draw by Owen. Need to turn it around a little bit. And
That's the same spot we saw a few of the hits cutting in the fourth end, I think, coming
Yes.
back this way.
Those little surprise sweep calls. I'm going to take this time to thank once again Ocean Contractors Limited, our title sponsor for the Tankard Provincials, the Men's Curling Championships. They're located in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and they've been a valued sponsor of curling events and teams from the province. You can visit them at oceancontractors.ca.
Also, probably appropriate to thank the volunteers for this event, and I want to thank my two co-hosts here, Mike and Selena, joining us from the Mayflower Curling Club, and we have other volunteers from other curling clubs. It really, as the president of this club, it really is kind of a proud moment that you got clubs working together for such an important event, and all the volunteers here. A lot of our members, want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, just all the hours they've put in for just the love of the sport and the love of the club and things like that. It's just really a great feeling. So thanks to everybody.
Proof that we're all crazy curlers, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
This is such an awesome week on both sides, the Scotty side and on the Ocean Tankard side. All of these players would have taken a little bit of time off in the summer, but have been busting their butts since then, practicing, traveling, putting aside work or family commitments or things along those lines. How many times you say to somebody, no, I can't, I'm curling, and it's to set themselves up for days like today and games like this game. And you see it. There's a lot of players that have been around all week because they know how important it is, whether they're playing or not. Just the appreciation for what these guys are going through out on this ice right now and what it'll mean to win, how much it'll hurt to lose. It's great to see. It's great to be around.
Yeah.
Would hate to miss it.
I don't anticipate this is going to slide as much.
It's nice to get a really good seat in the front row.
You've done such a fine job. You might have the seat for the next couple of years, you two.
Coffee and water and banana bread over here.
Yeah.
Getting taken
Can't
care
beat
There's
of.
food.
There's food. You didn't check with the banana bread. Wow. It wasn't just for the
Maybe a
players.
little light, but
Right here, Ryan.
curl.
So that'll be Ryan and he has to put up
Ryan's
another
okay if you
guard,
curl.
and
Keep
Purcell's
curling.
team's going to be
Can you
aggressive.
get it to
Let's
the line?
Absolutely.
now or never.
Get the line, Ryan. Go, 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 go.
Found the seventh end. Everybody talks about the sixth and the eighth, but I have to say the past few games, the seventh end's been a real turning point
It has.
from what we've seen, as maybe teams thinking it won't be, the other team won't play so aggressive, and then they go ahead and do it.
Line's good. Okay, just fight the fork. Line's good. Yeah, it's running a little. Stay with it. Okay, want to curl. Curl, fight the fork.
I think you'll see this Manuel team. If they get a chance to put this game to bed, they're going to take it.
That's right.
Good to see you guys.
You don't want to let a team, especially a team as talented as Purcell's team, hang around, maybe get a little mistake or something along those lines.
Back 8.
So I think you can expect them to stay on offense until it looks like a really bad idea to do so.
So I've been thinking about this. I refer to myself as a curling nerd,
Clean.
and one of the things that I've been thinking in my head is this is called the Ocean Contractors Tankard, and the Tankard has been a long term for
Hard, Ryan, gotta go.
the men's provincial championship.
Ryan.
Now that Kruger
Ryan.
Products is no longer sponsoring the provincial Scottish Tournament Hearts, what is next year's Scotties going to be called?
I was wondering that this afternoon.
The Tankard is always the Tankard.
Yeah.
But what is the Scotties going to be called?
This is an excellent opportunity for a new sponsor.
That's right. Just to putting it out there. Just a really important question to ponder.
Whoa. Nick. Please. Fine, guys.
Good, Jeff.
Keep it clean, Team Manuel. They're not going to love that their Blue Rocks are in the back 8 foot.
No, the advantage Purcell there on those, but they'll be cleaning everything. You're right. Matt will be happy with a point. Just wants to score, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to open that door to the steals. He'd love to delay scoring until the 8th.
Halfway.
You need the curl.
You'd love to be able to keep Hammer to the 8th, but
Pretty deep.
yeah, avoiding, you just don't want to let
Pretty
the gap in the scoring close at all. If he lets Purcell within 2 points, all of a sudden it's not the same feel.
Yeah, and as you get closer to the end of the game, I'm sure the butterflies are a little more intense. And as Mike alluded to, it's the longest, you're in the lead, but it feels like it's going on forever. So
You get that once it switches to, I hope we can pull this off, to now it's our game to lose. It's hard to fight some of those demons that pop up from time to time in your head, because all of us curlers have lost leads like this. Nobody is immune to it.
Good, Jeff.
great shot. But there's still that guard out. The yellow one is shot rock is buried.
I was almost thinking like, well, it depends on what we're trying to do. No, it's
Pretty straight here, Ryan.
like freeze the back one.
I think that's a skipper shot. Freeze the back ones. Is
Early for that.
Are we not just giving them a crack at like the run double though?
that's how they think. They'll make the run double. We can't play the guard. They'll make the run double.
Adam might be the best strategist on this team, so
Halfway.
I have a hard time challenging his he sees the game a couple shots further ahead than most curlers that I've been around.
Yeah.
I agree. He's more times than not when he brings up a point, the situation changes with the call, and Owen and Ryan definitely respect that.
Owen relies on Ryan, or Adam a great deal, and no surprise. So they will be looking for the double peel here. He might get lucky and drive that back in.
This would be the run double that Adam said, aren't we just setting him up for it?
You're not wrong. A little wide, might just get the top one here. Not far.
Yeah, just move this like 6 inches.
Okay. Real slow up the middle, so.
Can hear Adam's comment there. They're losing a little bit of
Back
speed
8,
in the middle.
it's good.
With this rock's going to stay inside the 4-foot path that has the
Little light.
most action of
You're
anywhere
probably
else
just
on the
freezing.
sheet.
You're just freezing, Owen.
Okay, that's fine. You always curl then.
You're
Knows
just
the
freezing.
speed,
You're
thinks
just
it's a
freezing.
little light. Not going to bump it too much.
Weight's coming down a fair bit. You're right.
Great shot, Ryan.
Not bad.
That's really good.
What
As
a
a
weight judge.
As a sweeper too, once you
You know
see 1 or 2 rocks grind, you just have to get ready for that.
Yeah.
And try to relay that to the thrower in a way that they still have their best chance to make the shot.
Yeah, whether it's the reminder that it's slowed down or what to add.
10.5, full solid.
This one's grabbing.
This one's curling.
Interesting. That really moved.
There, go into like a quarter. Something that it can jam into this, right? Or the eye.
So we're looking at a draw to the top 8, maybe even top 4 foot. Slightly buried, partly open, so that Team Manuel
There
has
was good finish, but
no nose or any kind of straight play. The shooter will roll away.
We're just 1, right?
we're pretty much just putting it back where it was.
Yeah, for sure. It is slowing down for sure.
14-3. That's much slower than it was. It was.
It's tough on the sweepers too. They've really peeled back the brush head's ability to drag a rock. So when you see it grinding, there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Weight's great. Top four. Top four. A little off.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's really good.
Slowing down now. You can see it.
Okay, whoa.
Got it partly under just 2 feet
bad.
lighter than they wanted. Still mostly covering that stone at the back and definitely overlapping from the guard. Is Matt going to preserve his ability to score here?
Well thought out. Matt is saying he wants to put it right down there now. Even if Owen comes on off that yellow, he'll have the same shot again. So it's almost like a practice.
That's right.
Practice shot.
It's actually one of his better ways to keep 2 in play. If he goes right to it, and if if bounces off at all, then
Right.
Matt's got the shot for 2, and he's going to feel pretty good about the scoreboard at that point.
Yeah, I had 14-1 and Ryan. That was back and forth.
Weight's good. Back four.
Straight, never off.
Sweepers like it. They were watching Team Purcell's draws.
Weight's perfect.
This one's curling hard though.
Gotta go wait. Gotta go wait. Gotta go wait. Gotta go wait.
Looking good.
Curl if you can, Jeff.
My goodness.
Perfect. Exactly what he wanted.
The button's open. This is Owen's chance. This is the risk the Team Manuel is willing to take with that call. Like Mike said, preserve the chance for 2 if this is missed. Maybe a shot for 2 if it's made.
I'd say also challenge
look at their steal.
Challenge accepted from Owen here too. He left him the pin. First thing he said is doors open, so weld one on here and make it real hard for Matt to score.
Yeah, just a little. It's good.
Both skips kind of saying, you show me yours, I'll show you mine, what I can do.
Yeah, Owen needs a big shot here. This puts him right back. Right back in it if he can.
It's a little wider path.
Line's pretty good.
And
This
a
is
curl
not
bit.
grinding.
This one is out there.
Didn't get into the good stuff. Or wasn't, sorry, I said didn't get into the grindy, the
So,
sludgy
right, it was
stuff. It
just
was
out
in the
there.
good stuff, yeah.
A little bit wider and
That difference.
What do we need, Luke?
Yeah, a little early sweep doesn't help.
Yeah.
Changes the break point, keeps that rock tracking straight and out of the spot where it was slowing down.
And
How'd you think you threw that with your release?
puts this one on the button and it scores a deuce. It's going to be a hard row back.
Almost piece the button. How many going?
Big shot. This is for 2. Matt Manuel sitting 1. Back button. Needs right on the button here in the 7th end.
Not big. I didn't give that much.
It's close.
Yeah, I thought it was all there, Jeff.
Yeah. Back four right now.
Running.
Yeah,
running.
don't want to.
This looks like Owens.
Yeah, it looks like where
Back
Owen
four
was.
right now. Real close.
Whoa, right on.
Needs the curl.
Weight's good.
Hit, no backing.
Weight's good.
It's moving a little earlier.
Make it for me.
There we go.
Make it for me.
You're good.
My boy Matt.
That's going, Matt.
Great shot.
Shot.
Big 2 points. The score is now 7-2. Manuel leading.
3 ends to play. And
So a quick scan across my score sheet. Matt Manuel came to play today.
Yeah.
He is in the high 90s right now, and he's got eyes on this prize.
It's his crown, and he doesn't want to relinquish it for sure. And they had a taste of the Briar last year. They want to get back right away, and they continue this way. There's no doubt that's where they may end up.
So we're getting closer and closer to the end of this game. 3 to go, and the teams are eyeing the Tankard Trophy over there on sheet 4, just 2 sheets away.
I'd say it's almost likely Matt's got his right eye closed just a little bit. Just you don't want to
Don't
glance
look.
over. You don't want to glance over there too much.
No, not too much.
It's a definitely completely different vibe. Mike, you talked about this a lot. Playing in the final, you're the only sheet out on the ice. The spectators are all out there. The trophy's out. You can cut the tension with a knife at some points.
You know, it's a you feel for the team that is not going to win today. Both of these teams have put in so many hours of practice. There's no doubt these are the 2 top teams in the province right now. No disrespect to any of the other teams that are out there. I think everybody would agree these are the teams that have put in all the miles, they put in all the hours, and so, but only one of them can win. And it's going to be a tough day for somebody, but
Should slide pretty
you know,
good.
this hard work is going to pay off at some point, and you know, it might not be Owen's day today, but
Okay, that's fine.
This is a true winner-take-all game too. The team that finishes second in this game and doesn't win is going to go to work tomorrow, probably, and people are going to ask them, "How was your weekend?"
How'd it go?
Yeah, and the team that takes it is going to earn themselves a trip to the Briar. They're going to have memories for a lifetime. They get a purple heart to be able to put on display proudly somewhere, and stories about what happened in the 2024 Tankard are going to stay with them for the rest of their life. Makes it big.
yeah.
Straight.
Nice game by Nick Sakernak. Nice one there, and he's had I think a heck of a game as well.
They've set a high bar all week, so
Yeah.
par for the course for Nick, making it look easy.
Curl.
Line's pretty good.
Curl.
Second corner going up. Adam McEachern, they need these guards. Something to hide behind.
Moving it.
You're moving it, Ryan.
There's a lot of nice movement
Not
to the
in, though,
wings
just
here.
tight.
15-5. Oh, great sweep, Ryan.
That is a
Great
beautiful
shot.
looking setup on those
Yeah.
blue rocks, though. I mean, that's textbook. Donald McDermott would call that zombie mode. Just walk him down, walk him down there. Don't even think about it.
I know we've seen a few ends where Nick's first one was back 4 foot, but no mistake this end. Top 4 and then top 8 biting the 4.
Okay, waist good. Tight.
That's tight.
Waist good. Tight.
Almost want to be in.
Okay, we are almost in.
Okay, Nick a little. Nick can go. Curl.
Yeah, gotta go. Wait.
Curl. You got to curl on this line. Just keep
See,
going.
we got some curling royalty out on the patch. Colleen Jones out there watching her son Luke,
Yeah.
standing up. Probably the most nervous person in the patch.
Jeff.
You seeing that?
So funny, Luke played
Yeah,
juniors
Yes, yep.
I'm seeing that, or I'm seeing just
when
like
I went there with them, and
with, like half weight.
I just remember saying, "Oh my goodness, it's right what people say. It's so much harder. You can see it."
Yep.
She just cheering him on so hard. That's 2 big finals for her this
Yeah,
afternoon. You
that-
mentioned
yeah.
coaching Team Smith.
Yeah.
I was chatting with
She
her
Goes to
just
the
champions.
sweep.
just after during the end of the women's final, and
Low line.
it was just so exciting,
good.
and she had a hard
Clean.
time watching
Close.
as well, and
Line's nice.
I'm sure that
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
this
whoa.
feelings continued for her all day.
Whoa. Yep.
Hey, yep.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
whoa.
Clean.
Clean.
Close.
Okay, clean. Just clean it. Just clean it.
Look at this.
Great shots by Adam.
That's 6 in a row this end, Mike, for the stats, huh?
6 for 6
I
for
think-
sure.
I think you just need a 4 stamp and you just keep putting it on there.
Actually, Abesy and Adam are doing a pretty good job padding Scott Zachary's stats right now. He's been pretty good in his stats line the last few ends.
Shot, Jeff.
Straight peel. That's Jeff Marr.
Over here.
Pardon?
I don't want to wait too long again, but
I think it's fine. I don't think they're guarding. They're probably going to take
Well,
a
what
take
if
a
we
crack.
did like this?
Or you yellow, but it's
That's good too.
they're going to slash and kill
They
everything.
might just make that.
I think you got your 50-50 draw going on upstairs.
How do we?
Sounds so.
yeah.
We could hit and roll too, but
No, I know, but they're guaranteed peeling or running. We know that.
Yeah, I think the key, get some separation with those yellow stones. Don't make it easy to blast a few out of there.
Okay, yellow line. Yellow line if you can. Our line. Our line.
T line.
Line's good.
Four.
Line's
Back
good.
4.
Clean. 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 Line's really nice. Throw at the end. Yep.
Good shot.
Great shot. You know, it is so impressive that it might not end up the way they want it today, but they're keeping their heads up. They're still in it, and they're making really great shots. So kind of tells you what this team is really like. And,
Big roll.
Straight up.
Whenever
want
we
that
got
to stick around.
Whenever we got down like this, I remember lots of meetings at the hog line and saying, how do we make them throw against the tie? Just forget trying to win the game.
Or
Just
guard,
can we
like we
get
know
it
they're
into
gonna
a spot
peel
where
and
there's 3 yellow rocks sitting around the outside of the edge of the 8-foot, and Matt's got to draw the 4-foot
Well, my worry is
to
that if we go back
keep us out of an extra end.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't always work. It ended up in a lot of free
One
beer,
more
but
timeout or no?
it was something to keep us in the game for sure.
and
And
all
you
the
never
time.
know.
So they're going to plan out the rest of the end here. Think it through. If we do this, they do that. And where does that leave
Yeah,
us?
they're up by 6 right now. They don't really care about.
I'm just worried we
I have good news.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just like
Adam,
we know if we go
they're only
back,
up
well,
by
we have to get
5,
rid of those balloons
not
at some point, and
6.
It's coming right back onto
I
the
thought you
draw.
won the 50-50.
I was going to say that's what I thought she was going to announce. Someone just texted her and she won the 50-50, but no.
No, it's going to come back.
Still getting it, Ryan.
That's
no matter
great.
where it is.
The first 2 are going to drag, and then the third one's going to come back.
I don't know. That's great news. Good news.
Yeah.
You get 2 blues, it's going to take you 2 of them to get the blues out. So you don't, because you're not going to get the blues out in one shot.
No, I was gonna say the only thing I might be like, I feel like it might not be that bad is if we freeze another yellow there and he wants to give a crack at, he's gonna move his blues around. He has to. And he's not gonna kill both the yellows. He might only kill the one.
He's probably going to hit the open one, and then you can. That's what I think. I think he's going to hit the open one. And we have a hard time getting rid of 3, right?
Well, not if we're here though. We don't have a hard time getting rid of 3.
I like that shot.
Yeah. They're talking about moving the blues, and if they
Oh yeah.
if they loop one around to the back 4-foot, their worry is when they make the play on the top yellow, it'll run back onto their draw, and it won't be useful anymore. So they don't think they can go there.
No, but we're probably not scoring with your shooter or that side rock.
Got Taker chances.
So they think it's the freeze. Matt will
Freeze.
probably hit the open one, and then they can
I like this shot.
blast on this. And if Matt blasts, maybe he'll remove one of the blues. Or both.
All right, lock it on, bud.
Top 12-foot, top 8-foot freeze.
Little heavy.
How heavy?
T-line.
Okay.
No. Weight's good. Weight's real good.
Okay, then curl. Well, no, line's good. Line's good. It's all you. It's all you. Oh, not straight. It's gonna curl.
Adam. Shot.
Not bad.
Can you lose? 2 yellows this way.
One here, Luke, is really good. Let's give this a good go. Trust the spot, board.
So we do know who the 50-50 winner is. Peter Carmody, probably related to Aaron Carmody, I suspect.
Have a day, Peter.
Won $228. The raffle basket winner was Richard Barker. Good job, Richard. Thanks to everybody who purchased tickets and played the 50-50. And thanks to our volunteers and staff for running those 2 events.
Yep, straight.
Matt knew the call right away. They would have talked about this at the timeout.
Can't touch the line.
Whoa! Whoa!
Attaboy, Luke.
That was the call.
I mentioned patience once already. I mean, it's so tempting to just get up there and throw a 6-second peel at that and try to lose as many yellows as possible. But they like where their blues are. They know it's shrinking the scoring area for Purcell, and they don't want to spread that out. It's just a
Probably just ticking
great
right
shot
there.
by Luke
Is
there.
that any good? What's that?
That would be good, yeah.
Okay.
Probably a 2, yeah.
Peel away, third of a rock.
Shooter will go with this, but they're hoping to move both those blues that are on the 4-foot.
Those 2 perfect lead zones set up by Mr. Zachernach.
Curl. Okay, pretty good, Ryan.
Shot.
Nice.
Not a bad shot. I think Matt will hit the wide open one, I suspect. But who knows? He may
One would think.
run that blue back and take up both of them.
It's not as simple. You see what they're looking at with a roll. If you just hitting the open one, they want to consider where they roll.
Yeah.
I don't mind nose.
Nose should be fine.
I can't see the angle that yellow would come off if they had to hit that on the top 8, but
Yeah, if
you don't want to roll somewhere that Owen can get in and tuck one in hidden.
Right. If he rolls too much and Owen makes his roll easier, I think nose is probably fine. It's that roll tougher and
Just don't roll out, right?
Yeah, was good.
gotta save.
Don't
your
be too
shooter.
cute about it.
Yep! Yep! Straight! 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 Whoa!
It's good, Matt.
It's not a bad shot.
It's good, Matt. Except he.
We have to do that.
Or hit the top one and roll, either or.
I think this gives us a better chance.
We're never scoring a 3, so.
Well, we can't do this, right? Well, no, I guess.
No. Rock.
Purcell needs to catch a break here. I think
That's right.
if you hit that top one, I don't know, maybe you get a really
He can throw
nice
it away
roll
and
off the
still
yellow
be
rock
pretty
over
tough.
toward the blue one and makes Matt's life a little bit tough and has to concede 2, but
You don't think
I
you
guess,
should-
does that leave a double? Probably.
probably does.
Yeah. What's your first thought, Owen?
I like the first shot. I don't mind the either
Just the
draw
straight
right
flop
around
under.
or I think you got to hit and roll because
Matt will have the double if you just draw. He may have a hit
He
and
may
roll
have
or
a-
a double. Sorry.
right. But if you don't touch that blue stone, even if you're fortunate enough to get a shot at that yellow blue, your shooter will count that other blue one. So I like this shot. He deserves a big roll.
Went right in the tee line, no?
Is he going straight draw or is he playing a roll?
I don't know.
Thought
Don't
he-
know what
I
the
thought
decision
draw-
was.
I thought draw was the call.
I think the answer is yes.
Yeah. Whatever gets me into the 4-foot. would
Yeah,
be
they're
just
talking
fine.
draw
Talking
times.
draw weight,
Yeah. I think with the ice changing, it's hard to draw too. I like the draw. Just tough one.
Pretty light.
Adams on it for weight right off the bat.
Tee.
Seems to be gliding nicely
Tee
though.
line, top 4.
Curl. No,
Top
we're
4.
never. We're not
Top
throwing
4.
that.
I give up.
Owen's rocks are definitely tracking.
Bad. It's
Yeah, I like this.
So if nothing happens now,
Yeah,
there's
all
a
of it.
super skinny
Yeah, I know.
double
Hey,
yellow
He
blue
has a shot for 2, does he?
shooter onto blue. So they're just trying to take everything away.
I mean, he has the thin double. Yeah, I don't mind your call. Yeah, I kind of like this, Nick.
Okay.
I think the hit's just a little too risky. Plays it too tight to the top yellow, and draw makes more sense. You freeze it, take everything away.
yeah. The hit is the one that can give him a whole lot of like that's the one where the mistake could happen, right? And
Yeah. And they just saw the draw here. Although, like Mike said, Owens are the ones running the straightest.
These always make me nervous as a sweeper. I would rather just see him throw a bullet down there, pick that back one out. Let's keep this thing moving.
You don't want to be responsible for
Not 100%.
a make or a miss.
No.
Freezing the back 8.
Make sure line's good.
Wait's pretty good. Wait's good. Just back 4. We can go a bit.
Heavy clean.
We're to it.
Line's real good.
We're just to it.
Nick a little. Nick a little. Little bump.
Great shot.
yeah.
Pretty good.
They're in control. They know what they're doing out there.
I love Ryan's optimism on that.
Yeah.
It's not quite there. Can you hit that yellow so thin that you redirect back onto the blue? The top 4
not
foot
sure,
one
but-
is the problem stone. He's just going to take the draw here. No shot for 2.
And Matt Manuel have a 4-point lead with the hammer.
I got a little heavy on this one.
Line's not great.
One needs
It's
to
good. You're
finish.
just back 4. Back 4.
Wait for the break.
E-line. It's trying. It's trying.
Oh, line's good.
And he gets a single point, I believe.
Looks good.
Does he?
Oh, no, he does not. It's a blue
Oh
one
my
at the
goodness, I
blue
was looking at the
top.
back.
One blue.
Congrats. Well played.
That's the
That's
final.
game.
Well played, Matt. Well deserved. Great week.
And Matt Manuel will return to the Briar with a big 8-2 win. So please stick around. Now they get to celebrate. There's that feeling of celebration. And
Yeah, they deserved it. They were class of the field
They
all
were the
week.
class of the field,
Undefeated
yeah.
tournament. That's really, really hard to do. They played great today. There's no question these were the top 2 teams, and every time Manuel lined up against Purcell, he had his number. So
Yeah.
incredible week for the boys. Congratulations to Matt Manuel and Luke Saunders and Jeff Marr and Nick Zacharnak. Nova Scotia's got a great representative
Yeah.
going to the Briar.
And their coach Kim Kelly, congratulations to Kim as well. Longtime teammate Colleen Jones gets to go to a national. She's going to go as well. And a big shout out to team Owen Purcell with 3rd Ryan Abraham, 2nd Stone Scott Zachary, and lead Adam McEachran. They had a heck of a season. They've worked so hard, and we can only hope they stick together for a long time, because I think they're going to have some chance. They're going to get their chance at the Briar eventually. So stick around. We're going to have the closing ceremonies. I really want to thank Mike and Selena for joining me today. It has been just a complete joy working with you guys. It's been a whole lot of fun, and we'll do the same thing next year.
Sounds good.
I'm here for it.
We'll be here.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Stay tuned for the closing.
Where's the streaming people? All right, I guess we're streaming. According to the streaming people, we're streaming. So I'm live here. Hello again, folks. If you were here for the earlier game, you'd know. My name's Rob Beliveau, president of Nova Scotia Curling Association. Super honored and excited and proud to be here in the Halifax Curling Club, which is my home club, to present to you the winners of the 2024 Ocean Tankard. But before we go into that, let's give a super thanks and round of applause for the game, and particularly for the runners-up, Team Purcell. Thank you. And I think it's only appropriate, given the circumstances. Team Purcell, as you've seen, has been down one of their members, a bit of a broken wing. So let's send our best wishes and a little cheer for Scott Zachary as well. This is a pretty special event to have here this year. 1824, that normally messes up most visiting teams that come to our club. They think we can't count. Actually signifies the founding of the club, which was 1824. So as we're in our 200th year, really neat to look back on our history and look back at curling in particular, that in 1927, the winners of the first ever Brier were from this club, and that trophy is up at our bar. So a lot of history in what's going on here right now. Really exciting. As I turn it over here now, back to the club president, Hugh, say a couple words.
So again, thanks to all our volunteers, our sponsors, Ocean Contractors Limited, all the staff, the athletes, the fans. It's great to have you. You know, at the start of this week, we talked about you wanted three things. You wanted the event here, we got it here. You wanted really good ice. I think we gave you really good ice. And finally, you wanted an event. You wanted an event with the prestige that this event really deserves, and I think we gave you that. I'll make two promises. One, the Halifax Curling Club is going to cheer these guys on. These are members of our club, and we're so proud that you are Team Nova Scotia, continuing to be Team Nova Scotia. The other promise we make is we'll make this event even a little more special next year for our 200th anniversary, so join us again next year. We'll be happy to have you.
Thanks, Hugh. And now, as part of the presentation, we get to offer up the Montana's Brier, however, the Ocean Contractors Tankard here in Nova Scotia. On behalf of Ocean Contracting, we have Regional Director from Central for Nova Scotia Curling Association, Elliot LeBlanc, here to present the trophy to Skip Manuel. And as we carry on, talked about that the tradition of the hearts dating back to '82, I believe, very special, that represents the dedication and the earning of the right to represent the province, in this case Nova Scotia. Once again, very honored and humbled to be able to give these out. Matt, as I give you your heart, what does it mean to be going back to the big show?
It's super exciting. This was just like an unreal week. So to be able to try to carry this play forward that we came out here with this week and go show what we can do, it's so exciting. You know, I think we had a really great showing last year. We had a lot of close games, and I think we got a lot more to give. So this team's excited to go again.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Luke? I know you got something for the microphone. Just go at it. Go at it.
No, I mean, most importantly, like, we had 3 huge battles with Team Purcell, and if it wasn't for them, we're not going to get as much of this team as what we did. So just a huge thank you to them just for the competition and just the play that they give and the heart they show. So, yeah, a lot of fun playing against those guys, but looking forward to the Briar.
Thanks, Luke. Super kind. Jeff, what do you think?
Just happy to be out here in full health with the guys. I had a ton of fun playing. Close friends in Team Purcell. It's always a great competition, and yeah, really looking forward to this year's Briar. It's going to be fun.
Thanks. Nick, there's your heart.
Thanks, man.
You get to speak too?
Yeah, no, just really proud of the guys. I think it was only 5 games. It felt like a long tournament. There's a lot of close battles, a lot of good teams. So I think the future's good in Nova Scotia.
Very good. Thank you. It's really been kind of crazy. Like first Colleen Jones, now also Kim Kelly. I look at these banners every Monday night as I'm slipping and sliding around the ice, and I'm presenting you with this. Kim, what does it mean?
Well, it's very surreal because I never thought I would go to the Briar, but I love it. I am so proud of these boys, and I can't wait to see what they do at the Briar.
I don't think any of us can wait. So let's give it up for Team Nova Scotia. We said it at the women's, we've said it here at the men's, but once again, round of applause for the host club, Nova Scotia Curling, the umpires, the volunteers, everyone that made this happen, the fans, the players. One last round of applause. Thanks, everyone.